What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. And, well, last night didn't go very well. It looked like it was going pretty well. And hopefully you were on the Discord channel when I said bet over 4.5 runs, because that's how low it got in game. It's currently 6-4 for the National League. We really need the National League to hold on here and win this game, because the Nerfy didn't come in. 2 runs in the bottom. I don't like the Tigers. I'm sorry. The Tigers are now on my hate list. I hope they lose every game in the second half. I don't like their lineup. I don't like their all-stars. And now Skubal gives up 2 pitches and it burns the whole night. Down 0.8 units there. The all-star game over comes in. The under misses. So down 1.8 units there. And the National League, if they win, I was counting that as a win, but now it's pretty sweaty here. If they don't win, well, that's just a whole nasty of a night, and it's down, we'll be down, 2.3 units on the day? We've lost more, but hopefully they get that in, and we'll be down 1.3 units. Losing day regardless for us. So we've had plenty of those. So we've had a good month of July. All-Star game didn't go great. Home Run Derby was flat, so we're down for the week so far as we head here to a Wednesday. I've got 2 Open Championship bets, and I've got a WNBA play for tonight. This is the doldrums. Like, there is nothing to bet on here, and so we're going to bet golf today because of the start time of the Open Championship being over in Northern Ireland. It's a little bit difficult, so we got to do the golf betting today. And then I'll give you a WNBA play as well before we get to those bets. Let me remind you about what's for grabs this month in July, thanks to pristineauction.com. It is a signed Jim Palmer baseball by the Hall of Famer. Do you want this in your collection? If you do, it's pretty easy to get it. You're going to subscribe to the BettingPros YouTube channel. That's free and easy. You're going to comment on this video. That is free and easy. If you do that, you're entered into winning this signed baseball from Jim Palmer, thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. All right, let's start with the Open Championship, and then we'll get to the WNBA coming up here for tonight. So last week, Justin Rose really impressed me. He played extremely well at the Scottish Open. Now, he didn't win the thing, okay? And frankly, I'm actually glad that he didn't win the tournament, because, if you win the Scottish, you're not going to win the British or the Open Championship. However, when you play as well as he did, it grabbed my attention, and I went, all right, Chris Gotterup won the thing, but Justin Rose shot 70, 68, 68, 63. 63 on Sunday to get himself into a solo 6th-place finish for him. On the back 9, he shot 5 under par. He shot 2 under on the front, and he shot 5 under on the back on Sunday. On Saturday, he shot 2 under on the back. Shot a 68. But when you go out 70 and then shoot 68, 68, and 63, you start playing better, and you're a player that knows how to play link-style golf. He's originally from South Africa, but he plays out of England. He knows this type of golf. This is the Open Championship. It's the biggest tournament for people from England. It's their championship. So you know he wants to go out there and perform well, and you know that he's going to be, looking for this win. He missed the cut at the U.S. Open. He missed the cut at the PGA, tied for second at the Masters, won $2.2 million. So 1 really good finish in a major, and 2 not very good finishes. He shot 77-77 at the U.S. Open and 76-65 at Quail Hollow at the PGA. I like the link style performance of Justin Rose. Now, I went to DraftKings to bet these plays. Why? I'm in New Hampshire. I'm a little bit stuck. However, DraftKings has made it better where you can bet top 20s with ties. Now, the price is not outstanding, okay? We're not getting a plus 500. We're not getting a plus 600 on this, okay? But Justin Rose to come in the top 20 is plus money. It's not big plus money, but it's plus money. Justin Rose, top 20 with ties. DraftKings gives you that option. With ties, plus 250 for 1 unit. I'm going to take him. I like the way he played on Sunday. I like the way he's rolling the ball at the moment. Let's go Justin Rose in the top 20 with ties for 1 unit for the Open Championship. Second bet, and we'll have more. We'll have head-to-heads, and we'll have a lot more coming up here throughout the tournament. This is a par 71, 7,381 yards. This is a big golf course for Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. The 153rd Open Championship, not U.S., but Open Championship. 3 a.m. Eastern, by the way, on Thursday. Coverage starts at 3 a.m. Eastern, so that's why we're betting it here. How about Sepp Straka? I really like the way he was playing at the end of that tournament at the Scottish. He, although didn't get a ton of attention, he came in 7th. He shot 64, 69, 70, 67. On Sunday, if it wasn't for the double bogey that he had on the 11th, he would have shot a 5 under, and he would have finished in the top 5. Instead, he came in 7th at 10 under par. 3 under on the front, and even par on the back to shoot a 67. That double bogey killed his round on round 11, but he has played really well going into the weekend. The 64 he shot in the opening round was tremendous because he shot 64 with 2 bogeys. He could have shot a 62 if he avoided those 2 bogeys. Shot a 31 coming in on the back on Thursday. So I like the way Sepp Straka is striking the ball. I like the way he's playing. He's a guy who has not won a major yet, but he's a great ball striker. He's a guy who looks to hit a lot of greens in regulation. I like Sepp Straka here, top 20. Now, the price is not amazing for Sepp Straka to come in on the top 20, but again, we're looking to cash tickets here, and I think Sepp Straka is a player that could really have a well-rounded game that could be fit right for this. I think he can play in the wind. I think he's a guy who can get after it here. We're going to take Sepp Straka top 20 with ties at plus 150 for 1 unit. So Justin Rose, top 20 with ties at plus 250 for 1 unit, and Sepp Straka, top 20 with ties at plus 150 also for 1 unit. Now, we'll do head-to-heads on Friday. We'll do head-to-heads on the weekend. We'll bet this, okay, because there's not a lot going on this week, so we're probably going to focus a lot on golf this week. Golf has not been good for me. Let's call a spade here. Golf betting has not been great, so let's see if we can end this golf season on a high note. Let's see if we can get ourselves into a decent position because, well, things haven't been great. The podcast, we're up about 15 units for the year for 2025, and we're coming off of a winning week last week, but golf has not been good. I mean, my golf record is we are 4-14 betting on golf. Down 9.6 units. If we can get that back to just level, just even par, we're going to be great. Even better. I mean, think about it. We're up 15 units with being down that much in golf. College basketball and golf in 2025, those have been the 2 sports that have just drilled us. Down 17 units and down 9.6 units in those 2 sports. Now, NBA player props up 15 units. NBA up 10 units. So we came back. Major League Baseball, we're up 9.8 units. So we've bounced back with different sports. But hopefully for golf, we can make a dent here and we can pick up some ground here with Sepp Straka and Justin Rose. But more coming during the tournament for the Open Championship, which starts early morning on Thursday. Let's talk about one game tonight that you can bet if you want to have some action here today. Vegas on the road at Dallas. Dallas is 6-16 on the road. Vegas is 4-7 away from home. I lean towards Vegas minus 5.5, but that number's heavy. That's a big number here. I don't love laying this. The Vegas Aces took on the Dallas Wings back on the 13th of June, beat them by 4 points, 88-84. It was the same price. It was -5.5 in that game. Vegas won. Vegas didn't cover. Instead, I'm going to peek at the total here between these two teams. And like I said, you want to avoid this? I'll bet Vegas -5.5. I'll be on the Aces. But I think the better bet is that Vegas head-to-head up against Dallas, 8-2 to the over the last 10 games played. In fact, the last 5 have gone over between these two teams, and we've ranged from 167.5 to 181.5. All the games have gone over. Now, that spans 2 seasons, but including this year, it spans 3 seasons. 23, 24, and 25. June 13th, 88-84. That total was 170, and the game went over. Vegas last time out at home, 104-102, a win over Golden State. They were laying 5. They didn't cover, but the game flew over. On the flip side, Dallas played their last game at Indiana. They got destroyed, 102-83. Did not cover. The line was 10. They lost big by 19, but 175 went over. On their road trip, 2-1 to the over. Chicago was under. Phoenix was over, but they went 0-3 straight up and 0-3 against the spread. They come back home. They've won 4 games in a row at home. They played pretty well. 2 games in a row at home. Phoenix and Washington, 3 out of 4 that they've won at home. And 3 out of 4 on the run on against the spread as well. So 3-1 against the spread, 3-1 straight up. So I'm a little bit hesitant to say go ahead and bet Dallas -5.5, but you can wait for it in game if you want. I think Vegas wins. Maybe you get a better number in game. You get -2, -1 for Vegas, given how inconsistent Vegas has been on the road. But I think at 170. I think it's safe to play the over and just bet the streak here with these two teams playing over. Vegas on the year has been an under team. They are 7-3 to the under over their last 10 games. But like I mentioned, last game going over in 8 of the last 10 between Vegas and Dallas has gone over. We're going to go ahead and back the over 170 for 1.1 units between Vegas and Dallas in the WNBA. So those are our plays for today. Justin Rose, top 20 with ties for the Open. Sepp Straka, top 20 plus ties for the Open. Vegas and Dallas tonight, over 170 for 1.1 units. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.